right, eyes right. Right in front of you, right in front of you. Carolina, to the right. Front row, front row.
Tori, to your right.
And Tori, one more back here. And Tori, one more here, please.
Can we see the front of you?
And Miss Shields, one more, right in front, right in front. Look straight ahead, please. Right in front of you, Miss Shields. One more time, straight ahead.
Jay for the women. Jay for the ladies. Right for the ladies.
Jay, right down here. Jay, right this way.
Keep up the good work, Jay.
Let's find out. It's been an event that I've literally tracked forever. I think
in unconventional roles in Hollywood.
I don't know if I'm the right. Maybe Fox viewers will watch it because it's Megyn Kelly and it's it's people that they know, and I think that the early buzz from this is saying that we really try to put a fair story forward, and really ultimately in our acknowledgement of maybe being liberal, we're saying that through our differences we're acknowledging how important this story is, because ultimately this is a nonpartisan issue. Women should be able to go to work and feel safe, and that's ultimately what this story is about. It's not about the right or the left or about Fox or CNN. It's about women feeling safe. That's an important story to tell. The more we hear of the extraordinary... Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm super grateful. Yeah, I don't take any of this for granted. I've been on the other side of it, so I know how special this is. And making a film is really tedious, and it's a lot of time and energy that you have to put in towards something, and you're always hoping at the end of that journey that people will tap into it the way you tapped into it, and that's what's happening for us right now, and I'm really grateful for that.
And it, to your right. Eyes right.
All the way to the right. Hey, to the right.
Hey, eyes right, eyes right.
It hasn't gone down this year. You all have stopped covering it as much as you did when it was new. But the actions and the strategies are still the same. So I would ask you to think about, why aren't you covering it in the same way?
I got eye contact.
And next to her, look up a little. Thank you.
And next year, all the way down to the right. Thank you very much.
Step by step. Every movement is successful based on its consistency and its longevity. The civil rights movement was a 10-year movement. It wasn't just one speech, I Have a Dream or Selma. It was an ongoing struggle, just like LGBTQ rights is, just like women's rights is, just like Black Lives Matter is. We have to do it beyond the point where it's in the headlines. We have to do the real work.
Margaret,
Well, it gives us some hope, doesn't it? Because unless young people get inspired, that's sort of it. And they're being inspired along several lines. One of them is the climate crisis that we are experiencing right now. And that's young people that started the Extinction Rebellion. And a lot of older people are being inspired by them.
And even just now.
I mean, I don't even understand how she does what she does. And the amazing thing is to be able to have that new audience, but it's not just the new audience. I have heard so many women, my mother's generation, everyone talking about returning to Margaret with this new book, The Testaments. And her ability to bring those multi-generations together is something that you don't really see often. And I just don't understand how she stands on the cutting edge of everything. She's just always on the forefront. And I need to talk to her to find out what's going on, you know what I mean? If I was in Sterling's family, I would be like, what, you dating who? You know? But it's really nice to be able to see his success. And I'm a very, very proud aunt.
I mean, there's almost a sadness to the fact that these kind of events have to exist, and the fact that it shows that we are still not yet equal. But I'm so glad that they exist, because it's going to help us push our way there. You know, women are still not recognized. You know, we sometimes even, so many directors don't make it into like the categories at the Oscars. There's so many times where we are still left behind, and so that's why these awards exist, because we are so underrepresented still at the top of Hollywood. And so I'm glad that this is happening, and I hope that it pushes through to show that we are all here, that it's not as bitchy an industry anymore, you know, and we're not competitors any longer. We're here to be supportive of one another. We're a team, we're an army now. And I think Me Too and Time's Up really prove that. And honestly, even just since then, the energy at these things has changed, where it feels like so much more of a sisterhood. And I think that's really cool. That's the biggest factor. I am entirely out of fucks to give. I'd say that's probably what it is. I'm 30. I'm in my 30s. I'm 33 years old, and I'm too tired to try and placate anyone or mind my own business or be careful with my behavior whatsoever. I just feel free, and I've realized that the only way that we're going to see change is not by being polite or well behaved. It's by getting in people's faces and just opening up honest discussions. And so that's what I feel motivated constantly to do. It's just talk. Talk is so powerful. Just owning up to things and talking about the things that happen to you, make other people open up about what's happened to them. It's incredibly powerful, and that's how I use my platform, because no one needs to hear about me. We need to hear about what's going on in the world.
Do you mind? No. Oh my God. Just
Yep, no problem. No problem.
Is going to, and I am too. I'm just totally figuring it out.
No, I mean, it's been kind of crazy, to be honest. And unfair in a little bit of ways. I mean, I think it's, we still have Colin Kaepernick who's not playing, and I did the same thing that he did in kneeling. So shout out to Colin Kaepernick, everything that he does. It's a strange world, but I feel like we all have a responsibility to make the world a better place in some way. So I feel like this is my lane to do that, and I try to do it passionately and do it loudly and get other people involved, and try to have more of a motivating sort of experience for people, and hopefully inspire them to do the same, because shit's whack and we need to make it better. So this is the only way that we can do it.
Football game,